Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. In this one I'll be showing you how to build a couple very simple, cheap, and reliable water bubble column elevators. So as you can see, these elevators are extremely simple. This redstone down here at the bottom is actually all of the redstone that there is. There's no redstone at the top of these things. This is all of that there is to it. So these elevators work on any platform that has the update aquatic, so that's Java Edition, Console Edition, and also Bedrock Edition. So to use this elevator, all you need to do is actually step into it. You'll get blasted all the way to the top in no time at all. Once you're up here, you can exit the elevator, go do whatever you want. Once you're ready to go back down, step back into it, and it'll just drag you all the way down to the bottom. It's a little bit slow going down, but I think for the simplicity of this elevator, it is highly worth it. So the base design right here is limited to just 30 blocks tall, but you can of course make that shorter as well. You don't need to make it full on 30 blocks tall. If you go ahead and you extend your pulse extender just by 2 comparators, you can actually get it to be up to 50 blocks tall, which is pretty fantastic. So right now we're at Y34. We can step into the elevator and get blasted all the way up to Y84 in roughly 5 seconds. It doesn't take too long, and it's pretty fantastic as well. Something you probably noticed about this elevator is that there's not really in-between stops. You got the top of the elevator and then the bottom, and that is pretty much it. But what you can actually do is install little in-between stations or like a second floor. So basically just a little system where you hop out of the bubble column before going all the way to the top. And this could be for like your second floor here. Now, the one con to this is that there's not a way to tell the system to send you up to the 3rd floor or your next floor is up. So what you would have to actually do if you wanted to go upwards is go down first and then hit your pressure plate and then go back upwards. It is a little bit inconvenient, but for how extremely simple and cheap this system is, I think it's honestly worth it. And let's hop into the tutorial already, shall we? So this is going to be a very short one, but as always, there's going to be a materials list down in the description for you guys to use if you need it. Now, this magma block right here is where your water elevator is going to actually be and where you will be going up, so keep that in mind. In front of this, we just need an immovable object. You can use obsidian or a dropper or whatever you like, or if you have a standard floor right here, then you won't actually need an immovable object because the push limit will be over 12. But anyway, the area that you need back behind here is just 3x3 and then a couple blocks out on the front. Start by placing redstone out the front right there, and then you need yourself a comparator right there, going into a solid block with a redstone torch right there, and then a sticky piston facing forward just like so. Grab yourself a repeater on 1 tick right there, going into a block with another redstone torch right there, solid block, redstone dust, and then get yourself a soul sand right there. Actually place in your sticky piston first, and then get your soul sand in place. And then from here, go around the back again, place in your comparator, place in 1 more redstone dust, and place in a solid block on top of that redstone dust. Now, if you are playing on Java Edition or Console Edition, you will need to place 1 more piston right there to update this one so that it actually re-extends. If you're playing on Bedrock, you don't actually need that piston, so save yourself a little bit of iron. And as you can see, as soon as you step on that, it switches over to the soul sand, which will push you up, and then after that pulse extender dies out, it switches back to a magma block, which will drag you down. So now what you want to do is go ahead and place blocks of any kind to the side of this magma block just to hold in your water. And if you're building underground, these will likely already be here, so you don't need to do much work. Place a fence gate on top of this pressure plate, and this will actually open up as soon as you walk into it. You don't need to interact with it whatsoever because of that pressure plate there. And then to fill this entire thing with water, it's actually super simple. Just place a block of any kind on top of that magma block, place in some water right there, and then a piece of kelp, and then go ahead and seal that off. Go up to the top here and place in a water bucket at the top, and then just keep placing kelp going all the way up, and all of these sources will become a water source. Now, if you don't have kelp for some reason, what you can do is fill this entire thing with ice, and then mine out all the ice from the top down, and then all of this will become a water source as well. So now what you can do down here at the bottom is just remove that block, all of your kelp will break, place in 1 more water source down at the bottom, and then just step into it. You'll get pushed up to the top, and then you'll collect all of your kelp as well. So what about making those in-between sections for your secondary floors? So this is actually extremely simple. Just go ahead and find out where your second floor is, and then place 1 fence gate right there, another one right on top of it. Open those ones up, and then put a top half slab on the ceiling right there, And that makes it so that whenever you are going up this elevator, all you gotta do is push against this wall and you will be able to escape the bubble column very, very easily and go to your second floor. One final note about this design is if you're tight on room on this left side over here, you can actually flip this entire design over to the right side, and that just makes it a little bit more flexible. And that's actually how I came about designing this as well, because I could not find any elevators like this on YouTube that were small and compact and simple and very just small, because I had very little room to work with on my base on Decidedly Vanilla. So hopefully you guys get some use out of this in your own worlds. If you did or do or just enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Helps me out a lot. Tells me you want to see more tutorials like this. And if you guys are new to the channel, maybe subscribe as well so you don't miss the new tutorials. Let me know your thoughts about this build down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys down in the comments and in the next video. Thank you ever so much for watching. And then there was silence.